Right, so in exactly 7 weeks, well, hopefully in 7 weeks, this space will be completely transformed and will be housing a 2.4 metre peninsula tank. We have a bit of prep to do. As you can see, we've got the drainage in, but the whole concept of this tank is to separate 2 areas within this build. We're doing the planning now, so we future-proof this to take anything that we want to in the future. So today is all about setting the foundations and making sure we don't miss anything, because I'm sure we will miss something, or I'll do something wrong. But at least, hopefully, with documenting it, your help and me looking back at this, I hopefully won't miss anything out. So we'll go through what we have today in place already, what I have to run today to get a little bit closer to when this tank is done. So even though within that first little bit I didn't actually show you the waste, but here is the waste. So instead of us running hoses throughout this space going forward, I wanted everything to be localised. So that is why we have that waste within. You have a cable. Shall we see what cable it is? I think that might be power through to it, and they will run up to where the consumer unit's going to be. So this will be on its own RCBO. Short and plain answer for it is, it will be on its own circuit within the consumer unit. So if any of the switchgear within this or anything within the house goes, it's not going to be a liability for what we have within the tank. It's only going to either trip that circuit, or whatever else is going to trip isn't going to take out the heaters or the pumps or anything that might be an issue to this tank. So today I have to get a feed into this area from what will be plant room in there. What we are hoping with that is to, again, future-proof it, but to either have the capability of manual filling for now until we have the infrastructure set up and the tank is completely self-sufficient. We do want an auto top-off. Looking at having an RO system within that space at the back in the plant room. So we have to get water to this point today, or a pipe that can carry water. No. Promise, not planned. I just grabbed it and it just so happened to be 2.4 metres long. Now, that isn't truly where that will sit. It gives you kind of a reference of the tank length we are going to be, however, more over here, because we are having a studded out section to house a few things within that part. So realistically, that will come over a bit more, so you can kind of see that size difference. So yeah, that's a big tank. We were, as this dividing wall to create some separation between this living space is 2.8 metres long, we were going to go that full length of 2.8 metres. However, the cost implications between a 2.4 and a 2.8 meant I could reinvest that money within the 2.4 to make it a far better system that outweighs maybe the benefits of that 400mm, nearly a half a metre increase in length. Granted, it won't house as much water. However, going for that 2.4 metre, it's still going to be a statement piece. It's still being retained within the structure of the property. However, we can now use that extra money to run automation, to run drainage, to run its own separate power. So the trade-off, I feel, outweighs that. Let me know what you would do. Would you have gone for a 2.4 metre peninsula tank like we're doing, or the 2.8? Also, under here, I need to take a Cat 6A. It is a bit overkill, but we are going to take a Cat 6A over into it for us to do data reading, auto top-up, cameras, level sensors, anything that we want to in the future. Not 100% sure if that'll be set from day one, not gonna lie. I have a lot to do, as you can clearly see. This isn't a little project, but reason being, if I run 2 Cat 6As, it's going to future-proof it. And also, if we do Cat 6As, they take a lot of data. One would probably be plenty for what we actually need switchgear-wise, but if we want run 2, it's always going to be there. And let's put it this way, I will not need to, and I definitely don't want to be taking any of these walls apart after it's done. So if I can think of anything now, whilst we are at this state, then we can do it. So yeah, over the next 7 weeks, we are make sure we got all this infrastructure in for this tank, and hopefully within the next 7 weeks, this whole space will look a bit different, to say the least, and we'll be ready for this tank.